Aljamain Sterling, the Funkmaster, gets the dominant victory over Pedro Munhoz. This is not how I expected the fight to go. I did predict a 3-round dominant victory, unanimous decision, all 3 rounds to Aljamain Sterling. However, I didn't think he was going to be this good at striking with Pedro Munhoz. You know what I'm saying? And I think this goes to show just how fucking retarded Cody No Chin Garbrandt, is in the UFC. He swings like a retard. He gets clipped by Pedro Munhoz. I think people overhyped the stand-up of Pedro Munhoz. He beat Garbrandt. He must be insane. No, Garbrandt's an idiot with no IQ whatsoever. And he has no chin. You know what I'm saying? So I don't rate a win over Garbrandt at all unless it was TJ Dillashaw who figured it out first. You know, because that's when Cody Garbrandt was coming off a high against Dominic Cruz. TJ comes in and dismantles him twice, removes his chin from existence, and then anyone else who beats him after TJ is kind of like, the lid's already been loosened of the jar. You know what I'm saying? Can you open this jar for me? TJ just loosened the lid a little bit. You just got to pop it off. You know what I'm saying? That's how it is as I see a win over Garbrandt. Either way, Aljamain Sterling's stand-up was fucking incredible. The front kicks he was landing were fucking bellissimo. They were nice, okay? He was doing some decent boxing. He comes at weird angles. Everything's from his shoulders. You know what I'm saying? Nothing's here. Nothing's straightforward. Everything's looping shots from his shoulders, and it's a weird angle, and he covers a lot of distance with it that you don't expect. And I think that's what Pedro Munhoz was having trouble with. He just couldn't get on the inside of Aljamain Sterling because everything's a looping shot with Aljamain Sterling, and it gathers distance, and he can't get on the inside because where are these shots coming from? Who the fuck knows? Is that an uppercut or a hook? I don't fucking know. You know what I'm saying? So Pedro Munhoz was having a lot of trouble. Aljamain Sterling didn't really shoot for any takedowns, which I was surprised about. I thought he was going to shoot and then run Pedro Munhoz to the cage and hold him there for the 3 rounds, and it was going to be a boring fight. That's how I really felt. But he just went out there and just completely dominated Pedro Munhoz in the stand-up game. And I'm telling you this, guys, he beats a lot of guys in the top. He beats Garbrandt. He beats Cruz, in my opinion. Especially Cruz now, because I think if you beat Cruz now, it's kind of, you don't beat Cruz. You beat Dominic, the analyst, just stepping in there to fight. You know what I'm saying? You don't beat one of the best bantamweights of all time, arguably, between him and TJ. You beat Cruz, the analyst guy. You know, the commentator. You're not beating the same Dominic Cruz is what I'm trying to say. But either way, I think he beats him. I think Aljo beats Rafael Assunção, who he lost to before, I believe, by decision, if I'm remembering things correctly. So maybe that's a good fight they can make. But yeah, Aljamain Sterling, he won't get a title shot. Henry Cejudo is very smart in his call-outs. Very smart in his call-outs, okay? Henry Cejudo gets the belt. Aljamain Sterling's called him out before. That's the fight right now. Aljamain Sterling's number 2 in the division, and number 1 is Marlon Moraes. You know what I'm saying? Aljamain Sterling's going to be number 2 after this win over Pedro Munhoz, I believe. Or number 3. Either way, Assunção's coming off a loss, and Moraes, you just beat Henry Cejudo. He calls out Dominic Cruz, who's been off for 2.5 years, and Cody Garbrandt, who's on a 3-fight KO loss streak. You know what I'm saying? And then he calls out Uriah Faber, who isn't even ranked, and he's fighting number 15. You know what I'm saying? Like, there's just... Henry Cejudo's very... I'm actually coming round to Henry Cejudo's little shtick right now, okay? He's very smart at what he's doing, and I like that. I like a guy with a bit of a hustle, because by mentioning those names, you sell a guaranteed 10,000 more pay-per-view buys, and the UFC sees that. You know what I'm saying? Because what's the promo for him versus Aljamain Sterling? They haven't said anything to each other. What's the promo for him versus Dominic Cruz? It's him in the octagon calling out Dominic Cruz. You know what I'm saying? So they're going to be instantly attracted to that fight more than they are Aljamain Sterling. But either way, while Henry Cejudo goes down to flyweight, I think that Aljamain Sterling, and this goes to a lot of other challengers and a lot of other title contenders that think they've earned a shot, eliminate options. Okay? That's what Robert Whittaker did. That's what Robert Whittaker did. Eliminate options. You know, Jacare was being talked about fighting for the title. Robert Whittaker, I want Jacare. Make that fight. I'll beat him. Beat Jacare. Yoel Romero talked about for the title. I want Yoel Romero. Let's make it. Oh, but Michael Bisping's injured? Alright, interim belt. That's my guaranteed shot. You know what I'm saying? Eliminate options and you will get your title fight. And that's just how it works. You know? I love that shit. And I think that's what Aljamain Sterling needs to do. Aljamain Sterling, if you're watching this video, which you probably aren't, have a real discussion. Don't play the guy. Don't play the guy that sits there and complains that he's not getting a title shot and says that he's deserved it and he doesn't need to fight anymore. Play the guy that calls out Dominic Cruz, because you've already called him out before. Calls out Dominic Cruz. He's an aging guy. He's probably not going to be as good as he was before. You can beat him. Eliminate that option. Get on the mic and call out Henry Cejudo for the belt. Don't let this opportunity pass you by. And this goes for all contenders. Eliminate options. You know what I'm saying? Don't just sit there. I know I can't talk because I'm not in there fighting. And I don't know how hard it is to train and compete at the top level. This is how I'm thinking. From a strategy move, take advantage of a weakened Cruz and eliminate that option from Henry Cejudo's call-outs. You know what I'm saying? If you beat Dominic Cruz and call out Henry Cejudo, he can't fight Dominic Cruz. That just can't happen. You know what I'm saying? So that's what I think Aljamain Sterling should do next. As for Pedro Munhoz, 1 loss in a row. Who else is coming off 1 loss in a row in the division? Fight him. You know what I'm saying? I don't know who's coming off 1 loss in a row. But Pedro Munhoz, get straight back in there. You took some damage, yes. I want to see you again in about 5 months. I don't know who against. The name is leaving my head right now. Maybe you could give Piotr Jan the fight instead of Assunção. I think Piotr Jan should fight the Assunção versus Sandhagen winner. If not, Muñoz versus Piotr Jan is a great fight. You know what I'm saying? You could do Pedro Munhoz. I don't know where he goes from here. I really don't. Maybe he fights the winner of Uriah Faber versus Ricky Simone. That's a great fight. Let's do it. You know what I'm saying? I'm okay with that. That's a great fight. Everyone knows who Pedro Munhoz is now. It was a good fight. I wonder if it got fight of the night, but then I think, no, definitely Cerrone versus Ferguson got fight of the night because of the way it ended. They kind of want to give him a little bonus just to smooth things over with Cerrone, you know. But yeah, good fight. Good fucking fight. I liked it. Aljamain Sterling, eliminate options. You don't need to kill Garbrandt because he's never getting a title shot. That just won't work. You know what I'm saying? That won't work. Eliminate Cruz. He's the only other option. Destroy him. Take advantage of a weakened Cruz. Beat him. And then call out for the title shot. Don't wait around. Because you've got time now. Because in 5 months, Cejudo's going to go down to flyweight and face the winner of Benavidez versus Formiga. You know what I'm saying? Then when he comes back up, he's going to be like, right, who's the next guy? And you're going to be like, I'm the next guy. I've just beat Cruz. There's no options. That's what you need to do right now. Eliminate options. Make it undeniable. And don't play the guy that's calling for a title shot and feels like he doesn't have to fight anyone. Because that's who Dana White hates. Like and subscribe. Thanks for watching. Aljamain Sterling, please take that advice. I love you. I don't really love you, but you're alright, you know what I'm saying? You're a good fighter. And I don't want you to get overlooked, even though you've rightfully probably earned the title shot by now. Like and subscribe. Thanks for watching.